unreasonable clients, judges, counselors, killing me. So luckily, I met my mentor Julia last October, and she saved my life. I took the conversation from her. I'm just trying to find out what your experience. Can you hear about the game girl? That's the joining of the business. I was like too excited, but I used it the very next day, and I just couldn't believe my team. I was like, I told my mom, I never ever used anything work this well. So immediately I decided to finish the senior manager position. I started this. I follow the systems, come to the office. So yeah, that's what I do. Thankful. Rima made me more confident. It fixed my skin, fixed my income, fixed my whole career path, and nothing can be better than this. So I hope everybody here to listen carefully of what Julie and Don gonna present to us and the grab opportunity. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, by the way, today's my birthday. I gotta have to go. Have fun. So now let's welcome the top producing director, Julian Dong.
Recording in progress.
Can you believe she's here on her birthday? Commitment and dedication, right? 24 years old. Can you believe it? But just wanted to give a quick shout out to me and pay, give her flowers as well. Coming from a background of no experience and actually being a lawyer, can we agree being a lawyer and skincare is two totally different things? And for her to come into this field, being a student, willing to learn, following the system, and being able to create the success that she's having right now, and surpassing the income she made as a lawyer doing this business is very, very phenomenal. So let's give her another round of applause. So my part's very, very simple. I get the honor and privilege of introducing you to our company and our amazing products, and then get myself out of the way and introduce you to a gentleman who's going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is how to make money, how to get paid. By show of hands, how many of you like getting paid in this room? Okay, except for 3 people, everybody likes making money. That's good. And for a lot of you, whether you realize it or not, how you choose to participate from this point forward, a lot of the goals and dreams that you might have forgotten about, you might have put on the back burner, or you might not have seen possible will become possible, right? So how many of you have goals and dreams by show of hands? Okay, so the same people that don't like money also have nightmares. Notice they kind of go hand in hand, right? I'm just kidding. So my name is Julian. I'm 38 years old. I've been in Remont for about a year and 4 months now. And I get so excited to share this opportunity on Monday nights for a couple of reasons. Number one, whether you understand it or not, you being here today says a lot about you. Because either one, you're the type of person that wants to maximize the opportunities they have in life. You're saying, hey, if there's something available, I can do better, I can have more, I'm in. Or you're the type of person that's simply here because you're trusting in the recommendation of a friend. Either way, cool deal, because it says a lot about you. Because if you're the type of person that seizes opportunities and want to maximize the full potential of your life, there's something here for you. But number two, simply trusting in the recommendation of a friend or a family member's experience is huge, because can we agree that most people today are so quick to support celebrities over their own family and friends? So for you to be here, it says a lot, right? It takes a lot of strength, courage, and vulnerability. So give all of you a round of applause. So just really quickly over my background. Like I said, my name is Julian. I actually come from the fitness background, a lot different than skincare. I built a very, very successful career teaching in studio, boxing-inspired fitness. And I've also built a very successful career doing it digitally for brands like Lululemon. And you guys ever heard of Lululemon? Small company, right? Alo, Meta. And so when I was introduced to Remont, I wasn't really looking for anything different. I was already doing well in my life. But in the back of my mind, I was challenged because, I was in a very serious still in a serious relationship. I don't know how to phrase that, right? I was in a serious relationship, and I knew that it was going to lead to marriage and eventually kids. But what scared me was, man, even though I'm making good money, all my money was tied to the time that I was working. If I wasn't teaching a studio, if I wasn't filming, if I didn't have the brand deals, I wouldn't get paid. And I thought to myself, is this the life I want to have when I'm married? Is this the life I want to have when I have kids? Because I want to be there, a part of their life. Like my wife's my best friend. I want to spend as much time with her as possible, right? People are like, why do you spend so much time with your wife? Because I love her. That's kind of the point, right? I know I talk a lot about my wife. You're going to learn about that. A lot of people are like, Julian, you're so whipped. You talk about your wife all the time. You're such a simp. Who wears the pants in the relationship? I was like, well, actually, in our relationship, we would prefer if neither of us wore pants. And thanks to Remont, we don't have to, right? Okay. But since getting involved in Remont, it answered a lot of great solutions for us. And what ended up happening was simply getting started because we were scared of missing out. And number two, we trusted in our friends. In the last year and 4 months, it's been an incredible journey. It took us to over 7 different countries in the last 6 months alone, building an international business with people we've never met before until Remont. You know, we got a chance to take her out of the country. We got to get proposed. I proposed to her a year sooner, and we got married 2 years sooner, thanks to Remont. All through a simple yes. So I share that because for many of you, a simple yes tonight can lead you to so many possibilities that you didn't even realize was possible, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. So the company is called Remont. And what I love about Remont is this. A lot of times when you take a look at a brand new company, they're selling you the vision. They're selling you the future, which is great because you need to know where the company's planning to go. Can we agree? But what people don't often realize is what has the company already done? What does the company have available that's going to set them up to go in that trajectory? Well, when I saw Remont, they've already, they were started in Korea in 2018. Korea is a small country of 55 million people, the size of Indiana. And in that time, the first 4 years, they did $2.5 billion in revenue. $2.5 billion in revenue in 3 years in a small country of 55 million people. Now, you don't have to be a geography expert. But let me ask you a question. What country has more people? Korea or the United States? We just launched Mexico. What has more people, Mexico or Korea? So for me, that's when the gears started turning. 2.5 billion became the #1 K-beauty brand in the most competitive market. Korean skincare right now is the gold standard. It's what everybody's looking for. They've heard about it. They know it works. They know it's effective, but they don't know what brands to buy. So we get to fulfill that demand, right? And so with the #1 product, 40 million bottles sold in 4 years to a population of 55 million. Do you understand how wild that is? 55 million people, 44 million bottles. For me, I was like, okay, numbers tell the story because this is not hype. These are facts. And on top of that, they launched North America, March of 2023. That same year, they launched Taiwan. Then they launched Hong Kong last year. And reason why we're so excited and reason why California is such a great hub is we just launched Mexico. Right? Do you have any Hispanics in here? Mexico is the second largest consumer of Korean pop culture. It's already ingrained in the culture. Beauty is ingrained in all of our culture because can we agree that people want to look better or worse? Better. And we have a product that delivers on that, which is great, right? So moving forward, so our company has 3 brands, right? Number 1 is our Incel Derm. That's our skincare line. Number 2 is our Voltalab. That's our personal care and hair care line. And then our Lightning, which is our nutritional line. Now, what all 3 brands have in common is the ingredients, okay, and the technology. Because for me, ingredients is important, but also the delivery system of the ingredients is important. So 2 ingredients that we have as our flagship ingredient. Number 1 is the Jeju Lava Energy Water. Now, why is that significant? Because skincare products, most products is 80% distilled water. There's no benefit to it. It's just simply a vehicle to transport the ingredients into your skin. With our water, there's 12 essential minerals already infused in the water that for over 400,000 years have been filtered through the rock, remove the impurities and minerals added. So for me, that was huge. And guess what? There's only 10 companies that are allowed to access that water. We're one of 10 contracted companies. And we're the only one using it for commercial use. Is that pretty good? Okay, the reason why I'm talking business, because for me, that's what I understand, numbers and facts. And when you have a product that has exclusivity, what does that mean? It means you have an edge in the marketplace. The second ingredient is the giant gum pool, right? Not to be confused with the regular gum pool. The regular gum pool has over 40 years of research It's one of the most popular ingredients. In fact, most Korean skincare is considered Korean skincare because of that. We not only took that plant, but we grew it on our smart farm with the Jeju Lava energy water. And you know what ended up happening? It ended up growing 5 times larger and becoming 40 times more efficacious. That's a new word, right? Efficacious. And you know what's also cool? We have a 20-year patent on that plant. I didn't even know you can do that. So what does that mean? There's no other company that can grow our plant. And even if they wanted to, they don't have access to the water. But again, that's just the surface. The third part is the technology behind our product, which is the nanoliposomal technology. Now, coming from the fitness background, that's not a new term for me. That's the new trend in fitness. Because again, today it's all about, if you notice the buzzwords, it's about clean ingredients, but also number 2, bioavailability. What's the point of taking stuff if your body doesn't absorb it? What's the point of putting stuff on your face if your skin doesn't absorb it? So we borrowed technology from the pharmaceutical industry called a microfluidizer. We ran our ingredients in through it, and what it does is it breaks down ingredients 40 times smaller. So when you apply it to your skin, it reaches the deepest layer of your skin with no necessary extra gadgets involved, right? We've all seen companies that have that, right? Like the exfoliator brush or the microdersion needle apply. That looks like a torture device. Ladies, like a lot of stuff you use, I don't understand. It looks like a torture device. Like one time my wife took out her little mascara print thing and I'm like, what is that used for? Right? Like that's scary, right? So our technology is what makes our products effective. I wish I could say it's because we're all great at sales and we're masters at it. But when you have a product that all you have to do is use it, talk about it, and demo it. And right then and there, people see the results. It makes our job a lot easier. Can we agree? Because can you argue with the results, yes or no? Right? In sales, most people are scared of negative people or skeptical people. We love negative and skeptical people. You want to know why? Because the more negative and skeptical you are, chances are you probably have a lot more wrinkles too. So we went on both sides, right? So let's go ahead and dive into that, right? So we have Remont campus. This is a beautiful facility that we built on Jeju Island. As you can tell, state-of-the-art solar power station, our Remont farm, our Bungful lab where everything's formulated, the Jeju Lava energy water, which is amazing. It sorts everything from the volcanic mountain all the way to its facility, right? Which is great, okay? That gives you a preview of our Remont farm, right? And look how big of a difference that plant is. And it's exclusive to us. That's what makes it powerful. And so for me, when you get a chance to become a director, you get a chance to go get flown out there and experience that too. Everybody likes to eat the plant. It's the wildest thing. I don't get it, but they love it, right? I don't know. My wife, we were there. My wife's like, hey, eat this plant, drink this Jeju Lava energy water. Maybe you'll grow a couple inches too, I'm talking about my height. About my height. Okay, I'm talking about my height. Okay, get your mind out of the gutter. Okay. They also built this nice resort called Remont Village. There's 9 different villas that as a director and hire, you get flown out. They take good care of you. I mean, when we were there, Lena was there. They had Netflix chefs, like 5-star chefs, actually cook for us in a private experience. Super cool. Okay. But enough about that. Let's talk about the products some more, right? So a quick video. So there's no audio in this video, so I'm just going to narrate and just play music with my mouth. No, I'm just kidding. That gentleman right there, the reason why we like this video, his name is Wong Bin. He's actually approaching 50 years old. You see, the reason why Korean beauty is so big right now is because Korean pop culture has taken over the world. On Wednesday is a special day. Does anybody know what Wednesday is? Squid Game Season 3 comes out. How long have you been waiting for that, right? Well, why do I say that? Because Squid Game is popular, right? A lot of Korean reality TV shows, popular. Korean pop artists, popular. You might not be into Korean music, but a month ago at Coachella, the most talked about artist was Lisa and Jennie, who are Korean pop artists. They weren't even on the main stage, but they were the most talked about. You see, when Korean pop culture has that much exposure, what happens? We want to be like the people that inspires us, yes or no? Right? I know when I watch Fast and the Furious, when I leave that parking lot, I feel bad for everybody that's there. I'm already bad at driving because I'm Asian. It's worse because I just watched a racing movie. Does that make sense? You watch a martial arts movie, you want to fight everybody, right? When you watch K-pop, you see that. You see their face, the glass skin, the glowing, the tiny, the lightness. You're like, I want to look like that. People want that. And it's now shaping a different standard of beauty. And what's amazing about that is, again, we have, Wong Bin, who is one of the most decorated actors in Korea. In fact, the #1 grossing movie from Korea is The Man from Nowhere, which he was a star of, which is great. His name itself is like a brand. He rarely attaches a name to anything. He's very, very private. having him endorse us is like having Brad Pitt or George Clooney endorse a product. We don't really see too many advertisements with Brad Pitt and George Clooney. Can we agree? Right? George Clooney doesn't put his name to anything unless he believes in it. He actually took time off from filming because he wanted to build his own tequila brand, and he ended up he sold it for like $1 billion. Okay, so lesson learned: if skincare doesn't work, so okay. I'm just kidding. So going through it really quickly, the first one is our skincare line in cellular dermatology because it reaches the deepest layer of your skin. We have 2 lines: the signature line and we have the advanced line. The advanced line is for people that have more mature skin or they want maximum absorption, elasticity, and strength in their skin. Okay. Then we have our makeup that just launched. I'm excited about the makeup. Anybody here excited about makeup? You're like, why is the guy excited about makeup? Because half the population uses it. Because people are spending the money. You see, the reason why I love this is because I don't have to start a new category. I don't have to start a new niche. Skincare is already huge. Can we agree? People are, for all the guys in the room, for me, it was hard to understand the value of the products because I wasn't using skincare before. So when I started using Remon, I loved the results, but I had nothing else to compare it to. It's kind of like your first car being a Ferrari. Yeah. Now, ladies appreciate it because they know what bad skincare is like. So when they use something great, it instantly clicks for them. But the reason why I love the skincare and the makeup, again, is because people are already spending the money. If you can offer them something better, you can get a piece of the pie. Does that make sense? And the thing about Remon too and K Beauty is you don't need to get a piece of pie. You can just lick the knife that cuts the pie. You're gonna be okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So makeup's great. We have lip tint, lip butter. Okay. A lot of possible ways to sell this. Ethical and unethical. Okay. What do I mean by that? When you wear the makeup, it stays on your face. So you're not gonna get lipstick on someone's shirt or makeup. I'll let you figure that out. We're in Orange County. Okay. Okay, just kidding. Okay, not gonna use that joke. Didn't land. All right, so then we have the Volta. That's our personal care and hair care line. Again, all natural ingredients, vegan. One of the great things about our product, especially the personal and hair care line, is if you know anybody that's experiencing hair loss, what our product is known for is number one, hydrating your scalp while removing the dirt and oil, and actually helping your skin, your hair grow back thicker, fuller, and more vibrant, which is great. I mean, talk to the person that invited you and take a look at the before and after pictures. You'll be blown away. Okay. Now, the last but not least is our life thing. That's our nutritional line. Okay. No one's going to show you before and after pictures of that because that'll be kind of gross. But this is one of the products I'm most passionate about. Because when I started this, I was in the fitness industry. In fitness, gut health is such a big conversation right now. And new studies show that most psychological disabilities and effects that people experience, stuff like anxiety. How many of you guys know people that have anxiety? Okay. If you didn't raise your hand to the person I'm talking about, you're like, should I do it when he calls on me? I'm just kidding, right? How many know people that experience depression? Anxiety, depression is now linked to your gut health. And when you don't take care of your gut, it's called your second brain. Things don't fire the way that it's supposed to. Your gut actually is what produces serotonin, which is the happy chemical. And so what I love about our product is that gut health, little beads, you take it, it just flushes everything out in a non-aggressive, invasive, intriguing way. It just comes out, okay? So again, who should you market these products to? Our skincare. Who do you know that has a face? You guys know people that have a face? We're in Orange County, some people have 2, right? Pretty sure one of them needs to look good, right? And number 2, how many know people that are full of crap? Get them on the lighting thing. It'll help them flush it out, okay? So with that being said, my part's pretty much done. With our products, let it help you put your best face forward. This next gentleman is going to talk about our rewards and revenue program, which is going to show you how to put your best foot forward and to support you in creating the freedom that you want. And there's no better person to talk about this than this next gentleman. He's actually the first national director in the company. This is a gentleman that has not only created a lot of success for himself, but has helped so many people change their lives. So without further ado, help me welcome to the front of the room, Mr. Timothy Herman.
This guy's hard to go after. You guys know that, right? Jeez, man, he gets me so fired up every time I listen to him talk. But first thing I want to do is I want to thank everybody for carving out some time to take a look at Remon. My background, Julian said a lot of nice things about me, but, I was just very fortunate. I was in the right place, the right time, and was really blessed to get introduced to this industry at a time in my life where I was looking for something. I was I was working at a go-kart track called Boomers. Some of you guys know Boomers right here. I worked at the one in Irvine. And I used to work on turn 6 for Thunder Road. You know, that was my job, the only job I ever had. And on February 15th of 1996, I walked into a room just like this, almost 30 years ago. And I met some really wealthy people. My brother-in-law called me and he said, "Hey, Tim, I met some really wealthy people and these guys can help us make some money." And I was thinking to myself, well, I'm making, minimum wage right now. Why would I not want to make more money? So I came to an event like this and walked in and I was a little bit taken back. Like something like this, a meeting, I was like, what is this meeting all about? And these people were talking about financial independence. And I was like, financial, what is this stuff? And at that time of my life, I never really been around wealthy people. I came from a very poor family. My dad ran away from home when I was about 7 years old. So I never knew my father growing up. My mom had no source of income. So we grew up on government programs. And when we moved to California from Indiana, we didn't have a house. We lived in the back of, we had a little pickup truck with a little camper shell on it. So we lived in the back of that camper shell. And we weren't, obviously was struggling. I mean, it was ridiculous, our life. And then when I was, a freshman, my mom moved away to San Bernardino. So I just started sleeping on friends' couches. And then when I couldn't find a couch to sleep on, I would climb on top of the schoolhouse, Alderwood Elementary School in Irvine. I used to climb on top of the portable off back and sleep there. So I've never been around wealthy people. And I wasn't doing really well at school. I knew I wasn't going to graduate. And I'm thinking, what's going to happen to me? And then all of a sudden, a blessing happened when I got introduced to this business, this type of industry where they were like, hey, we'll show you how to become successful. We'll teach you, mentor you. And I was like, this is amazing, right? And that first year was still in high school when I got started, but was able to make $147,000 in this industry part-time. And my life started to change financially. Really, it was amazing, and after 5 years was able to make what I would, made that first year, be able to make it in a month. And it was just remarkable, the timing of it. And when I found out about skincare, it was about 16 years ago. We started a skincare company basically out of my garage. My wife was the only employee working out of our garage. And my partner and I, Chris, we went to work and we just built this company. And we ended up building a $1 billion skincare company. And about a little over 2 years ago, I sold that business and got out because I didn't like the direction they were going in. And we were about to start our own company. We were raising capital. And then my buddy, Danny Bay, reached out to me about this company. Danny Bay is the president of sales for Remon. And he's somebody I've got a very long history with. I met him when he was about 19 years old and had the good fortune to work with him and mentor him and teach him how to do this type of industry. And he went on to become really a legend in this type of industry. And he called me and he said, "Hey, Tim, you know what? I want to show you these products." He goes, "Nobody knows how to market skincare like you." And I'm like, "Well, I'll take a look at it, but I'm not really interested. I've got something else I'm working on." But she kept following up with me. And I kept looking at Remon. I couldn't deny how great this company was. I was like, man, this is unbelievable. But really what took me back was the quality of the products. I coach football here in Southern California. I've been doing it for the last 18 years. I coach youth football. And my boys are all spread out. My oldest is 27, my youngest is 9. So I've been coaching kids forever. And I went to football practice. I put the product on. I went to football practice. And my linebackers coach was like, "Hey, man, your skin looks really good." And I was like, "What, bro?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was creeped out a little bit. I'm like, "This guy, dude, what is he talking about?" It's only like 1 year coaching with him. So I was like, questioning this guy. I was like, "What's going on?" And then my daughter said to me, "Dad, did you get Botox?" And I'm like, "What would I get Botox for?" Like, no, no. And I go to my wife, I said, "Babe, why are people talking about my skin?" She goes, "It's gotta be that stuff Danny sent you." I said, "Babe, there's no way a skincare product can work that fast." I go, "It's just not possible." She goes, "Just call him anyways." So I call up Danny and he tells me about the products and he told me the story about what Julian just shared with you guys about how that centella leaf was originally found by tigers. That's why it's called tiger grass. And tigers were roaming, whenever they would get wounded, they would roll around in that grass and it's got healing properties to it. And then, then the chairman on the formulator took the product into the, Smart Farm and he started spraying it with the law of energy water and it grew to be the size of a hand and he patented this new plant. I'm hearing the story. I'm like, they found water inside of a volcano. I'm like, Korean volcanoes are weird, right? Because all the ones I know have got lava in it, right? I'm thinking to myself, like, what is happening? And I really wasn't paying attention, but we kept looking at Remon over and over and over again. I said to myself, this thing I've never seen anything quite like this. And, I said to myself, look, they're going to take this thing to 50 countries next 5 years. This company is perfectly positioned to become a next legacy company. And I knew that my buddy Danny was going to do really well with it. So I was like, man, I can sit back and miss out or I can take advantage of it. So I got started. And we got started in December, and I couldn't believe how fast this thing grew. That's what blew me away about it. And it's literally because of the products. I've never seen a product like this in the skincare industry. Like I said, I've been selling skincare for 16 years. People always ask me, say, why is an ugly guy like you sell skincare? Like what an ugly guy in the beauty industry? That doesn't even make sense. But one thing that I'm aware of, I've been married now for almost 30 years, and one thing I know about women is they're addicted to, not all women, I know we got a lot of them here, don't generalize. But a lot of women are addicted to two things, not all of them, but some of them are addicted to shopping and compliments, right? So when you can market a product to the number one consumers, which are like, would you ever go to a Macy's, or you ever go to a Neiman Marcus or a Nordstrom, and you try to find the men's section? You know, where's it at? It's like 3 levels down, right by the broom club. There's a little men's section. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one little shelf for us, right? Because men don't have the buying power that women do, right? Women are the ones that like to spend, and then when you have a product that they're making look beautiful, they get fired up about it. Right? And what happens in our type of business, when you talk about social marketing, women are the best at it. And the reason is because women are better communicators than men are. Any of you that are married, you know what I'm talking about. And then if you that got divorced, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But right, like men don't, let alone talk, they barely even listen. Would you guys agree with that, right? So, you know, women are just better communicators. When they get emotionally connected to a product, they want to share with people. And as a result of that, it just grows like wildfire. So I'll briefly share with you how we make money. I don't know where you're at right now in your life. I don't know if you're at a point in time in your life where you're looking for extra money, or right now, if you thought of making more money, something that you're not interested in. But one thing I know right now, with the cost of living going up, what we're finding out around the world is that people are more open-minded to making money than ever before. People are like, wow, I could just add a little bit of extra money to the bottom line. That's going to help out, right? So obviously, you could, by now you can see clearly, like Rimon's obviously an amazing company. They've done really well, obviously out of South Korea. Now we've grown into about 8 countries. We're about to open up Philippines, which is going to be an amazing market for us. We're going to be opening up Japan. And we're going to be expanding in Latin America. The company's just growing like wildfire. And what's happening right now with Remon is people are seeing massive results of these products. And as a result, people want to talk about it. And that's what we're seeing right now about it. When you have a product that can knock, 5 years off your face, right? What you have the tendency to tell somebody about it. And a lot of us, we know people that wouldn't mind looking better. Would you agree with that? Right, and some people that we know, they look so good, but they want to lock in that beauty. So whether somebody looks too good or they don't look as like they want, boom, no matter what, we got them covered. So I love the fact we got this Bodolab hair care. I want to show you real quickly. I want to show you. I think I'm pushing the right buttons here. If you go back, look at this. This is what I look like when I got this is my before and after. So the guy on the left, he sold $1 billion worth of skincare looking that bad. Like, dude, I don't even know why my wife made out with me. I'm like, babe, I go, why would you make out? She goes, that's why I turn off the lights, babe. I go, now I understand, right? So I'm just happy with Remon. I get to get kisses from my wife with the lights on, right? The product literally works, okay? You can see my hair too, the hair product works, but real quickly, I'm just going to share with you. Obviously, the majority of times, everybody understands how traditional business works. A company will manufacture a product, right? They'll put it together, and then they'll sell it to a distributor, right? The distributor will then sell it to the wholesaler. The wholesaler will then sell it to the retailer. By the time the retailer sells it to the customers, all those people made money, and all those markups get passed along to the consumer. So when Chairman On visualized this product, that's why he started Remon, is he wanted to be able to get this product at a low cost so everybody around the world could get their hands on it. He wanted everybody to be able to get a chance to get this product. When I looked at Remon for the first time, the only challenge that I had was the products were too affordable. I wasn't used to selling products like that. I used to sell $400 bottles of cream. So when I saw like our number one seller is like $60, I was like, whoa, this is not going to be easy to sell because it's so low price. People aren't going to believe it, right? If you're spending on, a lot of times when people are spending, $500-600 on a bottle of cream, they don't believe that a product that's lower price can really be effective. So you literally got to get the products on people for them to believe the results they're going to get. Once people experience it, that's why most of you, I'm sure, probably saw what we call pop-ups, which are like these little events that we do inside people's homes to show them the products. Many of you probably experienced the products already, and you wanted to come down and take another look at Remon. But what we found out is once people try the products, it's literally a done deal. Like, people see the results, they know it works, it's undeniable. When you have a product that's undeniable, the people that are promoting it are really excited because they know it works. But the people that are consuming, that are trying it, they love it. And that's the reason why this thing's growing so fast. People always ask me, why is Remon growing so fast? People throughout the industry give me a call and they're like, why are so many leaders in the industry wanting to come to Remon? Why is everybody wanting to come to Remon? It's because nobody's had a product like this ever in our industry. When you talk about direct selling, they don't have products like this. They don't have products that are this good. You know, this is a product, I'll go head to head with anybody. I talk to med spa owners all day long, and I'm like, I just simply tell them, I said, what are you selling? You selling, SkinCeutical, or are you guys selling like, what products are you selling, right? Are you selling Dr. Obagi? I'm like, look, I guarantee you, when you just have one of your estheticians try our product for 4 days, on the 5th day, you're gonna be begging me to get this stuff into your shop because the products work that well. So whenever Chairman On put this product together, he wanted to be able to keep it affordable for everybody to be able to enjoy it around the world. So what happens is Remon puts the products in your and I's hands, and we get the opportunity to be able to promote them. So now we can make a little bit of extra money promoting the products to people that we know that have skin. So the thing that you want to be thinking about tonight is, who do I know besides myself that has skin? In your mind, right? Who do you know that's got skin? And one thing that everybody does, right, is they want to, I mean, it's hard to find somebody that says looking better now and then interested in that. It's kind of like if you were a doctor and you wanted to make money, probably one of the smartest doctors to make money would be somebody that's into plastic surgeons, right? These guys are making a fortune, mainly in Southern California, right? So what happens is you don't have to get under the knife, just put this cream on your face and you'll be looking better, right? So we can go direct to consumers. That's what I was taught how to do, is to be able to promote direct to consumers. That's kind of my niche. But I now I've gotten really good at the retail shops, because whenever people put me on the phone with these retailers, these salon owners, it's super simple. Just try the product and you're going to be blown away. That's literally all I've got to do. And then obviously the online channel is something that I'm trying to learn. Some of you in this room are a lot better at that than me, right? I make videos and I just feel weird making them, right? People are like, dude, I just got roasted on Friday. They're like, put the camera away from your face, dude. Like, we can see up your nostril, bro. Like, put it away from your face. It was terrible. It was like right here. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I've got a lot of mentoring still to learn there, but it's a way that people are generating substantial amounts of income. People that know how to create these. Some people, like our number one customer getter in the entire company, this lady Kim was a school teacher. She had never even had a social media account. Now she's got, dang near close to 1 million followers on Instagram, and it's unbelievable the type of business that she's able to build. But it's a skill set that people can learn as well. So that's one thing that's really exciting. Now, customers love the products, and the reason why the customers get so excited is because they get reward points. So when they buy directly from you, they're going to get a reward points that 30 days after the purchase they can use to be able to get a discount on their next purchase. And once they hit a certain threshold as a consumer, they become a VIP customer. Then they start enjoying 10% savings on every purchase they make. So customers get rewards that, everybody likes the reward stuff, right? We all do that with different things, with our credit cards and with our, our frequent flyer miles and stuff like that. But let me show you an example. I'm a big guy on examples. You could talk about percentages because we get paid anywhere between 10 to 50% when we get a personal customer. But I'm going to take you through what it would look like if you got 10 customers, new customers for the month. So imagine that you got 10 new customers enrolled to try the Remon products in the month, right? And you do that every month consistently, right? And every month, those people over a 12-month period, let's say that every month they're spending about 200 bonus points, which is probably around $250, right around there. And if you're at 50%, that income would be about $12,000 a month just on personally promoting the products. We're talking about 10 customers a month. We're not talking about being an overachiever. Okay, we're not talking about doing something out of control. Okay, 10 customers a month is very doable, but 12,000 a month might be something that somebody like, wait a second, that seems too good. So let's make it a little bit smaller for you, right? Let's say that you only got 5 new customers a month doing the same thing that I just shared. At the end of the year, if you'd be at 50%, you'd be at about 6,000 a month residual. So what I love the most about offering products to people that they can't live without, that's what I love the most. When people start putting a product on their face that they see massive results for, you can't take it out of their hands. You can't. Like, there's no way you guys saw how ugly I was. I don't want to go back to looking like that. You guys get what I'm saying? Right? I'm like, no way, man. You know what I mean? Like, no way. I'm not going to be like, all right, let's turn it back. You know what I mean? I don't want to turn that clock back on, right? Now, if you got 0 customers a month, obviously, you know what? You're not going to earn anything from that. So we want to understand that it's not about getting started tonight and being like, hey, I want to get started in Remon. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for people that are going to take it seriously and learn how to do this. Like tomorrow night, we have an orientation training. So we have a training, it's on Zoom, it's at 6 p.m. Pacific, where you can learn how to do this business. And it's like, for me, when I got started in Remon, for the first 2 or 3 months, I was on every single Zoom I could get on because I wanted to learn everything that I could. I was like, I want to learn, and I love hearing the stories of people and having them share their, secrets to success that really aren't secrets because they're telling everybody about it, but really there's steps that work, right? So If tonight you want to participate in Remon and you're like, you know what, I could use some extra money, sounds fun, put a product on my face, change my face, show before and afters, change my finances, sure, why not? And say you wanted to do the business, don't just get started, really learn how to do it. Really take the time to learn how to do it. I tell people that, when I got started in this business, the reason why I was able to do really well 30 years ago was I had a desire. You know what I mean? I had a desire. I still have that same desire. Living on the I was really fortunate to be homeless for so long that there's always in the back of my mind that's back there. So I always have my foot on the gas, right? I always, I don't ever want my family to experience what I went through as a kid, right? So I have that desire to make a lot of money, right? And I'm not saying that, money's everything, but it sure seems like it if you don't have it, right? Kind of seems like that, so it's important to get it out of the way so you can focus on other things. Now my passion is helping other people succeed, right? So that's a little bit about how it works. Let me break it down a little bit easier for you guys to understand and how all these things happen. Basically, when you get started, you're a planner, right? And basically, you can get started as a planner, you can get started as a manager, you can get started as a senior manager. It's really kind of your level of commitment. But if you get started as a planner, you're going to make 10% whenever you promote the products, right? And then when you become a manager, you're going to get 20 to 30%. Once you get a certain amount of volume in for the month, you can unlock the 30%. And as a senior manager, it's 30 to 40%. So how do you become a manager, right? There's something called, once you generate 3,000 sales points between you that you personally, buy, basically any person purchases that you make yourself, right? Or anything that you promote and sell to other people will count towards your personal volume. Now, when you introduce other people to Remon and say they want to get started too, you can build a distribution team. That's the magic in it. You guys have noticed like Starbucks is a very successful company. McDonald's is a very successful company when it comes to success. I guess some people can say, well, I don't really call that burger successful, but maybe when a 10-year-old can make one better. But revenue-wise, they do really well, right? So when you look at these companies, why are they so successful, right? If you run away from one Starbucks, you're going to get closer to the next one. Do you agree? They're everywhere, right? They're everywhere. McDonald's, Burger King, all these companies are everywhere. So they figured out a way to be able to be in more places at one time. And my mentor told me, said, Tim, it's better to have 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% of your own personal efforts. And that, I was like, I don't really understand what you're talking about. He says, you've got to find a way to be able to make leverage income, Tim. So whenever I saw this industry, for the first time, I got excited that I could build a distribution team. I could identify other people that wanted a better quality of life, show them how to do what I was doing, and I could get paid an override on their performance, right? So if that 3,000 sales points, anything that you personally buy or sell, and anybody you personally introduce buys or sells, that'll count towards becoming a manager. Once you become a senior manager, 6,000 sales points, right? Within a 3-month period. Once you do it in a 3-month period, you become a senior manager. 6,000 sales points personally, anything you personally buy or sell, anybody you introduce buys or sells. So I love the fact that there's goals here, because I think that's important. I think if you want to be successful at anything, you've got to have goals and benchmarks to go after. And these are very exciting. And the team leaders, obviously, where you can generate substantial income. And we'll break that down tomorrow in the training online. But let me just kind of give you guys an understanding of building your team and what that looks like. You can also get paid on your team that you build. So you can get an override right here on up to 6 levels. And then once you become one of the leadership positions, you can unlock unlimited overrides. But this is really exciting because as you build your team, you can get paid an override on their performance. So imagine that you knew a handful of people that wanted to make more money. What would happen if you showed them the business like your friend showed you and they got started? And then we taught them how to do the business. And as they went out there and succeeded and they got customers and they started to build their income, you got paid an override on their performance. This is the part that made so much sense to me because I thought to myself, you know what? I know people that want to make more money. I know people that want to have a better quality of life. I know people that are open-minded. I knew a lot of people. I didn't have a lot of money, right? I was obviously, I didn't have a lot of time. I was busy trying to graduate, right? I wasn't going to graduate, so I was dumb, ugly, busy, and broke. It's like what I like to say, right? But I knew a lot of people, right? And everybody that I knew wanted to make more money. So it was easy for me to introduce people to business because all I had to do was bring them to an event just like this. That's what I like the best about it, because I just brought them to an event like this. And I could show them the business. And I had people that were professionals that could show them the business for me, and they would get started on my team. And everybody worked together as a team, as a family, and a community. And I love that aspect of our business, right? So let me show you some more kind of income examples. I think it's important. So let's just imagine that you built a team of 3 people, right? And imagine that you taught those people to be able to do the same thing, right? And they say they built a team of 3 people, right? And then you started to duplicate that out. as many of you guys, everybody in this room knows the power of numbers, right? If you start to introduce a business at 3 and they introduce it at 3, that'd be 9, right? Now you got 9 people on your team. Now, some people won't introduce the business to people. They'll just be happy getting customers, right? Some people just be happy getting customers. And then some people will introduce the business to 20, 30, 40, 50 people. You never know what somebody's desire is. You don't know how bad somebody wants to win, right? So as you build this team up, I'm just showing you a basics of 3. If you built this team and you taught everybody how to get 1,000 a month in bonus points, personal, what would happen is in this example, you'd be making 33,000 a month income, which is a nice starting point for most people. I think most people would agree with me in the room. In Southern California, nobody, I think, is afraid of making 33,000 a month. I don't think anybody's scared of it either. I don't think, oh my God, that's too much money. Right? I'm so down. Well, there's some parts of America where 33,000 is a lot, right? But here it's not. It's a good place to get started. But that's what I love the most about this business is the fact that we'll show people how to do it. We'll teach people how to do it. We have a training system that's unbelievable that shows you how to do it. The duplication of sharing with other people what you know how to do. That's my passion, is to help other people succeed. Now, if somebody's like, you know what, that's too good for me, I don't want to make that type of money. But let's just fail 90% of the time. Right? That's what I kind of did in high school. Is I failed pretty much 90% of the time. Right? I was not successful when I got involved in this industry. And I was like, even if I'm making 3,000 a month, it would be not a bad deal. Imagine, right? If you're making 3,000 a month, would you cash that check? Just coupled with what you've already got going on in your life, right? Even if you fail 90%, make 3,000 a month. Now, some of you are overachievers, like the gentleman Julian that you just met. Julian is kind of one of those people that he likes to do more, right? So imagine that you double that, right? You could double what I just showed you and taught people how to do more, and you'd be making over 60,000. So what's important is not 3,000 a month or 60,000 a month. What's important is what percentage of that number would you like to make? Now, our products are amazing, but they're not going to sprout arms and legs and walk over and talk to people. You guys get what I'm saying? Right? You can't sit there in what, your ambitious boy recliner. You guys know what I'm talking about, on Monday night eating your chips and dip and get the products to go out and work for you, right? We've got to obviously communicate the message to people. We've got to share it with people. And that's what I like doing, right? When you find something you're excited about, it's easy to share with other people. I mean, it's just kind of naturally what you do anyways, right? If you see a good TV show or a good series now, they got all these series, right? You watch a series over a weekend, right? You binge, or you guys are saying binge watching. You guys know, some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you are guilty. I can't stop watching this. Oh my God. God, there's been some that my wife and I got, she gets me sometimes. God, so, and some of them don't ever end. I'm like, is this thing up, this Yellowstone ever gonna end? It's like a freaking 2 weeks straight, right? But you see something you're excited about, you tell somebody about it, and then they go watch that show. Or you go to a good restaurant. You guys ever have a restaurant that you just really love? You tell somebody. So I love the fact that in Remon, that you can tell people about something you're passionate about, and you can get actually compensated for it. Right? You see a good, you watch a good show or you watch a good movie, you tell people about it. Usually the motion picture studios are not going to send you checks. Have you guys, right? So here it actually works for you. So you get a chance to be able to win big. So I like to give people examples. I'm a big fan of examples of what's possible. But let me show you guys, these are the starter kits. When people get started, the planners get the opportunity to be able to get some of these kits that come with free products. This is what I like the most about Remon, is setting people up to win. So when I got started, there's really 2 main packs that we have. There's a couple of variations of it, but this is the Starter Kit Plus, right? This is the Starter Kit Plus is for somebody that wants to build their business, gets them ready to go out there and be able to promote the products. Okay. And what's cool about it is you actually get some free products with this package as well. And it sets everybody up to win. Okay. And what the biggest set is this set right here, the Starter Kit Premium. Now we have 2 premium sets this month for people that want to build a business fast, right? This is the one premium set. This one's $1,679, right? And this comes with a lot of free products, so you can build your business quicker. And then this other premium set, this one is $1,689, and it comes with multiple ones of some of our amazing products. So we have a lot of different options for people when they get started. We also have a 300-point pack, but nobody really gets that. That's kind of for customers. The business builders usually get these 2 sets. But I like to show people the fact that when you get started, you want to equip yourself with products. When I got started, I knew I needed products, because I was going to build this thing fast. That was my idea, right? I'm not the kind of guy that's like, hey, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to tiptoe through the tulips, right? I'm going to get after it. So when I got started, I actually got 4 of these packages right out the gates. And what I did was I brought everybody over to my house. I called all my buddies and said, hey, get over to my house, man. I got to show you something I'm excited about. All my buddies came over to the house, and I showed them what I was doing. And I was just I didn't even understand what I understand now. I was just like, I have this water, this volcano, these tigers in the grass, put a spot on your face. I've been using it, guys. I'm looking better. And I was just excited. And they were like, you're excited. I'm excited, right? Let's go. So my buddies all got started. And whenever they got started, I had enough products on me that I could set them up with packages. And then whenever they got the products, they got me back for whatever I gave them from the beginning they got started with. So I was able to build my business at hyper speed. And then when I showed the business to Julian was like, dude, like, where'd you come in at? I'm like, well, I got 4,120 sets. Became a senior manager on day one. He's like, well, I'm going to do that too. So then he got started with that. And then he brought over his girlfriend at the time, Yvonne, which is now his wife. And Yvonne's like, I'm going to do the same thing. And then she called her mom up. Her mom did the same. And everybody's getting started with the same thing I was doing. I was like, well, everybody's duplicating what I did. And that's what I found out is it's better when you get started to make sure you set yourself up for success from the beginning. Because how you start is going to be duplicated out. Whatever you do, other people are going to follow your lead, right? So get started wherever you feel confident, comfortable. We'll teach you how to do it every step of the way. And I was just going to show the Canadian ones because we're zooming this too as well. This is the Canadian packages that we have available. The Plus and Premium 1 and Premium 2 are the two packages that are available this month as well. And I want to just real quickly highlight the leadership positions. And right now there's a promotion if you get people started and help them qualify for basically help them get 1,000 in personal sales points and help them get them 10 customers. You can actually earn extra bonuses. So tonight, when you get started, the person brought you will show you how to maximize that. And really, what you want to do is unlock the $1,000 bonus, right? They can show you how to do that as well. Then we have generational matching bonuses. So when you get some of these team leader positions, some of these bigger money positions, you can actually get paid and rewarded to help other people earn a lot of money. This was the part of the compensation plan that really captured my attention. Because at my job, when I worked at Boomers, my manager didn't want to teach me what he knew, right? He didn't want to show me what he was doing. But here, you actually get incentivized to help other people achieve massive success. And the more money that you can help people make, you're going to get benefited from that. That's what I love the most about this reward structure is this matching bonus that we have. 40% as a team leader, you can earn 40% on your Generation 1 team leaders. And we'll explain to you more about how this works and why this works so well. But it's a major piece of the compensation plan and the reward structure that we've got, right? And then we've got amazing events that we do that just people love our event system because we've got such amazing leaders that have a heart and a passion to help other people succeed. And tonight I want to introduce you to some of those people and have them just share with you a real quick 1 minute, 2 minute testimonial. So anybody right now that's already hit the position of team leader, I know we've got a lot of people that are very close to any team leader in here too as well. But everybody that's already hit the team leader position or director, senior director, any position above team leader, want to have you come up real quick. If you could, give them a round of applause and encourage them to come on up. Oh, man. Here we go. And I'm gonna ask you guys this time to stand in front of this area so that the camera can see you guys. But if you could just tell us a little bit about your background and that'd be wonderful.
Also, what's up, guys? My name is Josh. Prior to Revon, I was actually in the middle of a career change. I was getting my certification for personal training, so I could do one-on-one instruction as well as group fitness. Super busy. I was not looking for a side job, side business, side gig, side whatever. I just was super busy on getting my new career started. However, I was invited to a meeting just like this one from a couple of close friends of mine. And initially, it was just out of respect to both of them. I really respected them, wanted to support them. But as I sat here and ingested the information, I saw this was actually an opportunity for me to offset some bills while getting my new career up and running. So what I did was I got started that day. I went to as many Monday VIP meetings as I could, Tuesday, Thursday orientation, opportunity Zooms as I could as well. And now I stand as a team leader, super excited for my business and super excited to continue to grow as a person as well.
We'll just stay like right around here.
Hi everyone, my name is Yvonne Trudeau, I'm Julian's wife. So prior to Revon, I was but super grateful because prior to Revon, I was working full time as a group fitness instructor as well. But we came out solid out of a sincere recommendation through Tim and Chris. Got started right away. And honestly, I just saw a way for me to hang out with my husband, Mark, build our legacy together as well. And from here on out, I'm super excited to help other people change their face and change their plan.
Hi, hello, my name is Alan, and prior to Revon, I was in pharmaceutical sales we're being recorded, so I'm being more PG. I was in pharmaceutical sales in corporate America, and I was looking to make more money or get out of my corporate job, but I was stuck. And Julian, he introduced me, but I was still not sure. But once I used the product, it was so good. I went to senior manager. I got on all the Zooms, got on all the orientation. I still get on all the Zooms and all the orientations. And to be honest, Tim was right. I just brought people to Tim and Chris and Julian. I let them present until I was able to present. And now I have teams in Taiwan, Malaysia, Philippines, and Mexico.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ina Nguyen. I am the Senior Director. And this has been an amazing journey for me. Fremont has actually helped change my face and change my finance. My story is I'm an Uber mom. Do we have any Uber mom here? I drive 3 little kids around. I am also a plant mom. I love plants, so I do import plants. And I was doing it for a while, but it wasn't fun because all day I'm covered with mud. Like all day, dirt, soil, and all that. And my really close one, which I haven't seen for 15 years, we haven't even seen or talked to each other, which is Director Tammy here. Director Hart, she introduced me. We went out for lunch and I looked at her and I'm like, okay, did you get something done? Because you look amazing. She's like, no, I just used this product from Fremont, just 4 days. I'm like, 4 days and you look like that? I want to try. And I did. So I made an appointment to go to Angela, which is our senior director, and got a facial, a demo. And I came home that night and I got complimented. My ex-husband at the time haven't complimented me ever since, after having kids and all that. But that day I had no makeup, nothing, bare face. And he complimented me saying, whatever you're doing right now, you look good. You look younger. I'm like, seriously? So that's when I'm like, okay, I gotta go back to see what's going on. And when I came back, it changed my life. I signed up as a senior manager. And guys, convention is where leaders are born. I went to the convention. That day, I invited 3 friends. That 3 friends signed up as a senior manager right away. Convention, bring everybody there. We have one in September in Vegas at Rio Casino, right? And during break, I called 4 friends from different states, told them about it. They're like, okay, how did you sign up? I said, a senior manager. They said, oh my God, here's my card. Sign me up. Because I showed them my face before and after. They all know how my face looked before using it. And that's only been 3 days. I'm telling you guys, this product is amazing. Fremont is amazing. Give yourself a chance to try Fremont, try the product and go out there and share. Don't be a FBI and hide it. Share with everybody, okay? And seriously, I sold a senior package in the restroom while waiting for the restroom. Asked them, what skincare do you use? And yeah, and she tried it the next day, got in as a senior manager as well. So good luck, everybody. You can do this. I can do it. You all can do it, okay? My name is Tammy Nguyen, and I'm living in California. My story is very simple. I'm a florist design, and I'm very busy with my business. I just came to Fremont as a customer. I was looking for a skincare line to change my skin. That's all. But years and a half ago, in the first 3 months when I signed up as a single package skincare for my skin, I share 3 months, 3 friends. And in 6 months, I become a director. Wow. How I can do it? Honestly, the true story because the products work. And it's naturally have a network by themselves already. And also the opportunity of the Fremont offer to the community is really beyond expectation. So they help me more than what I can do. So the product is great. It's helped me more than halfway. And the opportunity in the right time is helped me more than halfway. And a conversation plan and a lot of things. So that's how I became director in 6 months. And now
I'm involved more time. My flower business is starting to cut off a little bit. I put more time in Remon because I believe my flowers business is my talent. I can go back anytime that I want. But when the opportunity is past, I cannot rewind time. So that's why I say no, I will take serious time in Remon, and I help a lot of more people, more business, beauty industry to understand, recognize this opportunity, and more people to win, more Remon leader will be grown up. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so inspired every single time I'm here. I'm Dr. Diane Roxborough. I am a family nurse practitioner by profession. Riemann found me at the darkest hours because I had to close the business. I'm a full-time nurse practitioner in urgent care. I'm a mom. I have 2 kids, a husband. But when a door closes, a big opportunity, and that's what's Riemann for me. And I missed to mention that in the middle of closing a business, starting Riemann, I was finishing my doctoral degree. And I just completed 4 weeks ago in Hawaii. And achieved team leader, and we came back and achieved Cabo retreat as well in Mexico. And now launching a business here in North America and now in Singapore. And I'm so proud, can't wait. I'm a proud Filipino American immigrant. Well, we're going to the Philippines, and this time around, I'm able to bring back and give back to my community.
Let's go.
Let's go. If you are thinking, if you are watching that you feel like you don't have time, look at the example. I check all the boxes. All those people, the busiest, the people that are focused, the people that love their family, the people that love their community, the people just love to help. We are in the right place at the right time. So let's go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hillary. I am a school nurse in Buddha Park right here. Prior to Remon, I use all different kind of brands because as a cancer survivor, I'm not supposed to use any products that have chemical. It has to be organic or it's non-chemical. So I use like Bare Mineral Cliniques and all short products, and even I use La Mer, and it cost me like 1,500 a month. Every 3 months, 3 or 4 months. My husband didn't know. And my a lot of my friends, they're like, "Oh, Hillary, come and enjoy Remon." I'm like, "No, sorry, I'm focused in my health. I have a family. I cook every day at home because I don't eat out for my health." So basically one day my friend, my husband's friend in Florida shows up on Facebook and says, "Hi guys, I'm doing Remon now." And I'm like, "Oh my God, your friend is doing Remon. Support her, please. Buy me a package." And he did. And after I use it, oh my God, my face changed. I have a lot of acne on my face. If you want to see my picture, come and talk to me later. But my face was horrible, like a lot of acne, hyperpigmentation, dull, and it was rough. And I look different. My face now is completely different. My hair too. I lost a lot of hair because of chemo, and it couldn't grow back. But now my hair grow and it's full. So yeah. Basically, I'm here just to tell you the products works. And the business, I don't want to talk more just because everybody else have talked about it. But if you're not sure about the products, try it. Try it. Take a lot of picture of before and after, and you will see it yourself. And if you're not doing the business, just get the clean product for your family to use. You don't want them to use products that are having a lot of chemicals in it. Okay, so that's it. Oh.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nancy Pham. I'm from Chicago. So I just recently came here a place to go to support my team. I was born in a business family. So when I came here, I was 16 and I finished college, and my parents said, "Let's go for business." and I was into a business, beauty business. Up until now, it's 30 years in business and in nail industry. Anybody know about nails? Okay. All right, so
Yep.
you name it, I can consultant to you to build salon, to sell salon, to set up salon. Whatever you name it, I can help you with. All right, so beside that, I have 10 years, over 10 years experience in network marketing. Why? Because I see the potential of free time and free finance. I don't want my legs. I don't want to sit still. I want to move. I want to travel around the world. So network marketing make me go, okay, for free travel to Mexico, to Cabo, right? So my goal is to go to Jeju, right? So why I joined women? It perfectly fit for me in beauty industry. So what I do is just sharing all of the salon that I know. And so they apply the salon for service and for sale. Beside that, I make money and I travel. And I make my team leader in, within 30 days. And so what I see the potential of network marketing, you don't do it yourself. First, connect to your leaders, connect to your team, connect to the Zoom every day, using the product, share the opportunity to people, share everything you have. Don't hide, like she said, FBI. Okay. All right. So just follow the company strategy, follow your team strategy, follow everyone that go ahead of you. So just follow them. Finally, I see the potential of Raymond. Thank you for Raymond. Why? Because we only not a beginning yet. We only have 10 countries so far. And Raymond, within 5 years, have 50 countries. Imagine, all of us will be here there, even the billionaire. So imagine that. So thank you for Raymond opportunity. Thank you for all leaders. Thank you, everybody, that we work together. I believe together we are better. Together we are win-win.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mandy. I'm real estate investor and developer. And I'm finally at my friend's house and accidentally I'm falling in love with the product right away. I was very skeptical about that step. I now believe I can do that step. I think I'm quiet, I'm shy, I cannot do it. But after I researched Remand, product, culture, leadership, and fall in love with them, I think that's the opportunity for everybody. For average people who make average money. For today's world, you cost $1 million in order to $1 million income. But Remand, you only need a few $100 or a few $1,000 starting business. All you need to do is open yourself, be open mind, and ready to learn from others, from the leaders, follow the system, follow leaders. So do what they do, duplicate them. So that's where I'm at right now. Thank you.
Oh man, I love it. You guys, let's give all everybody here a round of applause. Got excited. So just real quick, I'm gonna wrap it up here right now. Obviously, we talked about these are the countries already that we're in. Right now, we're about to open up the Philippines and Japan over the next really within the next 30 days. You're gonna be hearing about Philippines and that's gonna be huge. And then Japan's right around the corner as well. And then from there, we're gonna be expanding into Latin America and some other countries really fast. So the excitement level for me, I just love international expansion because we live, a lot of you guys would agree, like we live in America, we're very blessed to be able to have this country to live in, but there's people out there in other countries that don't have an opportunity, right? To be able to bring this opportunity around the world really gets me passionate because I know that anybody can promote the products. It's not a situation where it's got to be like, hey, you've got to be a certain, anybody that you fall in love with something, you share it and boom, you win. I just love that about Remand. It's so exciting. So here's that Tuesday orientation that we've got. I was talking about that earlier. Anna Kim, Courtney Spencer, Princess Gomez, Tracy Zimmer, and Chris Kim are going to be doing that orientation. Wednesday, we have a product university training where Angie, our product specialist, breaks down the products. It's about amazing training as well. Also, we've got On Thursday, we've got an overview that we do with actually Katie Martin and Brianna Michael are going to be doing that overview for people very similar to what we saw here today, actually on a Zoom. Friday, I'm going to be doing a training. The book that really helped me become successful in this industry was Your First Year in Network Marketing, a book that I read in the 90s. I'm going to be training on that book, and anybody that wants to jump on there can take advantage of that training on Friday. So we've got so many exciting things happening. But the thing that I want to just share with you is this moment in time right now, you got to realize to watch something like this happen, it's going to be painful for some of you guys. Don't watch it happen. Get started and lock arms with us and make it happen too. To be able to be a part of something at the very beginning, this is exciting. You don't want to look back and be like, oh my goodness, we did, 3 billion in sales in Korea. Everywhere you go in Korea, you see Incel Derm everywhere you go. This is what's going to happen here in the United States. It's what's going to happen around the world. This thing spreads like wildfire through a dry brush field. And we, Southern California, know what that looks like, right? And I can tell you, having the opportunity to be able to have this training center here, you guys, having leadership here, to be able to get a chance to bring guests, basically here to this, this office is here Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. for people to take advantage of. So this moment in time, I really feel like it'll never be recreated again. This moment in time will never be duplicated again. And you don't want to let this window of opportunity slip through your fingertips. It's not about just, changing your life financially and about looking better, but it's also about helping other people out. So many people right now have got their hands up across America. People have got their hands up across the world. And everybody's saying the same thing. Give me a chance. People are looking for a chance. People are looking for a change. This is some of the most uncertain economical times we've ever seen in our country's history. People right now are more open-minded than ever before to opportunities to be able to take charge of their life. A lot of people right now don't feel the security in jobs, right? They're looking for a business of their own that they can create residual income through. So I would encourage you today to make sure that you get, if you've got any questions, obviously get them answered. But tonight I wanted to give you enough information for you to be able to make an educated decision if Remont can help change you and your family's financial future. And tonight, you taking up your time and your friend that invited you out tonight, them taking up their time, just get back to the person that invited you and let them know if you see it. I'm a big believer. Maybe you're thinking about it's a nice way of saying no. So you want to make sure you get back to them and let them know if you want to take advantage of this. We're going to be here for you every step of the way. Next Monday night, I'm going to be right here again, doing the event, serving everybody in Southern California. And I encourage you guys to take advantage of the Monday night events. We do them every Monday night to help everybody build their business and to help them, be able to explode this marketplace all together. So any questions you got, get them answered. Get back to everybody that invited you here. They have a link. They'll help you fill out a link online, and they'll be able to help you get enrolled as a planner tonight, help you get your starter pack, and help you launch your business in a short period of time. We'll make it happen all together. So thanks for coming out tonight. Appreciate everybody. Everyone's